This Yandere Simulator theory is a story from my point of view, a very different version from Yandere devs, because they are meant to meet my original characters in the near future. Their year is 2014. Hello people, this is Jason. Now, I am rebooting the first theory cause the first one was shit. In this first reboot, I'm going to talk about Osana Najimi and Hanako Yamada, the two closest women, the two closest girls to Taro Yamada's life. Osana Najimi is Taro's childhood friend. Google Translate that and you get childhood friend. Hanako Yamada is Taro's little sister. Now, I'm dividing this into two alternative scenarios. The sister scenario, I'm putting some of me into it because I have a little sister. And in this theory, I am going to skip the history of these two, because we all know the basic childhood friend versus the little sister. In this story, I'm going to talk about the death of the loved ones. Before all this idea came to me, somewhere between the end of 2016 or the early of 2017, Yandere Dev uploaded a video containing Taro Yamada's sanity health bar. When I curated this side story, I forgot the most important character, Info-chan. For the sake of the plot, she's not in the story, or better yet, she doesn't exist. Now, let's start with Osana's death during her week. Now, seeing how powerless you are as you hold the person you care the most died in front of you. This will throw you into depression, anger, revenge, and the school goes into lockdown. Before Osana's week ends, Ayano-chan is upper-handed. Also, for the sake of the plot, the police turn a blind eye on Taro's action. As the rain falls heavily on that day, Taro only hears Osana's voice, the memories, and the time he spent with her, and the day he fell in love with her. The pain was too much, so he decided to kill himself. But thanks to someone from school who knew Taro's sister, called Hanako to save him. Taro only comes to his senses when he hears Hanako's cries and remember the promise he made to her a long time ago. He said, if I took my life just to see her again, I'll be leaving behind another broken heart. And hugs his sister tightly and lets out a cry. Now, my brain is f***ing with me, so stay until the end of this video. Thank you very much. Switching over to Hanako's death, which I mentioned earlier, I'm putting some of me into Taro's shoe, in the name of plot. Finally, no one, not even a dere, let alone a tsundere, is stupid enough to do something so regrettable that would shame one's family, let alone endanger the family. But for the sake of the plot, I'll turn a blind eye on Yandere Dev's plan for Osana's dark secret. On that Friday, Taro rejected Osana's confession because he learns of her dark secret. But even if he's not the main character, he still cares about her and doesn't have the heart to turn away from her. I believe Osana has left her mark on Taro so deep that it's impossible for one to not understand the reason of one's action. On the day they left the confession tree, they do not leave empty-handed, but grew stronger in bond, in friendship. Skipping to Hanako's week, so-called school summer festival, or whatever event that Yandere's gonna plan it out, Hanako dies in the hand of young Chance. When the news reached to Taro's ears, he falls into depression. But this depression is far deeper than Osana's, and Taro only trusts Osana-chan. Just like I said earlier, in the name of plot, Taro Yamada has the resources at his disposal to call international detectives and also the SDF, Self-Defense Force, to help him find the murderer of his sister. Within 3 days, Ayano Aishi is caught. Just like the police, the detectives turns a blind eye on Taro's action. Again, stepping outside under the heavy rain, the promise he made with his sister is no longer valid, and thus he decided to put an end. He puts the gun into his head. Swiftly, Osana-chan removed the gun from him and hugged him tightly, again confessing her feelings to him, and tells him the promise she made with Hanako long time ago. Hanako manifests herself to her brother and tells him that Osana speaks the truth. Before vanishing into the heavens, Taro hugs Osana and lets out the loudest cry he will ever cry. A few years pass since then. Taro Yamada bends his knee towards Osana Najimi, and within a year they name their child Hanako Yamada, thus ending this with Osana wins. In Hanako's win, they name their child Osana Yamada. I believe that everyone on this earth never wants to make a mistake that they will regret for the rest of their life. My Yandere Simulator story will be a simple yet very different from Yandere Dev's timeline. This is Jason Wright. For now, I'll see you all.